Pete Hegseth had a contentious hearing with the Senate as President Trump's choice for Secretary of Defense. Let's get into it. Hey, I'm Tyler Covington with Center Leading News. We deliver the clear facts and go over every angle so you can form your own opinion. Our goal is to inform, inspire, and empower you to think for yourself. Now let's dive into today's story. If you've heard of Pete Hegseth, then maybe you know that he worked at Fox News. He was a National Guard officer, he was an author, and President Trump chose him to be his selection for Secretary of Defense. At the hearing, here are his opening remarks.
It's an honor to come before this committee today as President Donald Trump's nominee for the office of Secretary of Defense. When President Trump chose me for this position, the primary charge he gave me was to bring the warrior culture back to the Department of Defense. We are not Republicans. We are not Democrats. We are American warriors. Our standards will be high and they will be equal, not equitable. That's a very different word.
During the hearing, the senators were able to ask him whatever questions they wanted. They asked him policy questions about China, about Hamas, about women in the military. They also asked him many personal questions. I'd like to go over several different opinions of how the hearing went. Conservative radio host Ben Shapiro championed the event as a victory for conservatives.
Not only is he a person who actually served in the infantry, not only is he a person who's quite bright, obviously he has degrees from both Harvard and Princeton, but Hegseth also has the perspective of the guy on the ground who actually has to do the fighting. He is not a political general who is elevated through the ranks for being able to get along with his superiors. That's not who Pete Hegseth is. He's an outsider who's being brought in to shake things up. Because guess what? The Department of Defense needs a good shaking up.
Many conservative influencers feel that he is the perfect pick for Trump's new administration, given the policies that Trump wants. However, there are many on the left who thinks his inexperience with handling large organizations disqualifies him from this position.
So Ben, I came away thinking that Hegseth does not believe that women should serve in combat. He doesn't seem particularly committed to the Geneva Conventions or the rule of law. We know in the past he's lobbied Trump to pardon service members who commit war crimes.
It is just worth pausing on the fact that it's absurd he's going to be confirmed.
Yeah.
I mean, putting aside the horrific sexual assault allegations and drinking allegations, just the fact that a Fox and Friends weekend anchor, who's going to be there is crazy.
At times, the hearing did get a little intense when the Democrats began asking Hegseth about his former marriage issues and his former alcohol issues. Also, the Republicans got a little tense when they started talking about DEI policies. Chris Cuomo feels this is an indictment on the senators themselves for the questions they asked instead of Pete Hegseth.
If the Democrats wanted to show that Hegseth isn't qualified, they failed. And Republicans did Hegseth no favors either by clearly making him a pawn culture warrior. Hegseth handled himself better today than most of the people questioning him. The Senate committee showed they could not live up to their own oath. Nothing frightens me and disgusts me more than these two parties and their damnable game of petty division, no matter what else is at stake.
Well, those are the takes. So you have the right who say that Pete Hegseth is the perfect person for Trump's administration. You have the left say he's totally disqualified. Hopefully they can meet somewhere in the middle in the next coming weeks. It does look like he will be the next Secretary of Defense because Republicans hold the power in the Senate. I really want to know what you think. Go ahead and comment below your opinion. And then also don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notifications so you can get more of this content. I'm Tyler Covington, and as always, I hope your tomorrow is better than your today.